Good morning. Welcome to Crossing the Trail. This is Trail. And before I get started with anything else, like, subscribe. Remember our goal by the end of the year, triple digits. But we got to get to 20 first. So anyway, what I wanted to talk about briefly is something about the primacy of Peter from Luke chapter 22. And I found interesting here is in the scene here, they're there gathered for the Last Supper, and a dispute arises among them as who is the greatest. So now Jesus doesn't come out here and say, well, Peter is. Duh. No, that would not have been much of a learning exercise. He said that he who is the greatest among you be the one who serves you. Okay. Interesting side note. One of the titles for the Bishop of Rome is servant of the servants of God. Interesting. But anyway, he goes on after this, after telling them that the person that would be greatest among them would be the one who serves them. He turns to Simon, and the ESV says, Simon, behold, Satan demanded to have you that he might sift you like wheat. But I've prayed for you that your faith may not fail, and when you have turned again, strengthen your brothers. And I just read over that and thought, okay, he's just talking to Peter about, hey, you're about to undergo something, and, you're going to be sifted, and then when you've repented of what happens to you, turn and help people. But what I didn't get was the Greek. In that, in verse 31, all of the words you are plural. Or as they say it in the land of Texas, y'all. And verse 32 are singular. So, if I were to translate the ESV into the Texas Standard Version, it would be, Simon, Simon, behold, Satan demanded to have y'all, that he might sift y'all like wheat. But I have prayed for you, that your faith may not fail, and when you have turned again, strengthen your brethren. Now, one translation I found that does get the Greek right there, and it's much more precise, is the New American Bible, Revised Edition, which is the Catholic translation of the Bible. And it says, Simon, behold, Satan has demanded to sift all of you like wheat. But I have prayed that your own faith may not fail. And once you have turned back, you must strengthen your brothers. Much more accurate. So he's telling him, all of you are going to be sifted like wheat, not just Peter. They're all going to be sifted. What happens when things sift? Stuff scatters. And that's exactly what they did, with the exception of John. Scattered for fear. But when you've repented, Peter, he puts it on Peter. Now, your responsibility is going to be now to strengthen your brethren. He's going to be serving those brethren because he is the greatest among them. And that's one of the signs that he's the greatest among them, is that Jesus specifically tasks him, once all this sifting is through, that's just going to put him through the ringer, that he is going to be the one that will be the first to repent and the first that will need to strengthen his brethren. And after that, when he appears to him in the book of John, that's why then, having strengthened his brethren, he will turn to Peter and say, feed my sheep. Who are the Lord's sheep? Well, according to the Gospel of John, the sheep are those that follow Jesus. He's saying feed in the entire church, Peter. So, gets the keys in Matthew. He is tasked with the one to strengthen his brethren, and he's tasked with the one to feed the sheep. Notice he didn't say to all the apostles, all of you, go feed all of my sheep. Now, Peter did, after he strengthened his brethren, all the apostles did go out and feed the sheep, but Peter was the greatest among them because he is the one that served them and strengthened their faith. Remember, Satan has demanded to sift all of you like wheat, but I have prayed that your own faith may not fail. And once you have turned back, you must strengthen your brothers. You see, the greatest among you will be the one who is the servant. Have a great day. Rest in the peace of God and work in the peace of God.